So I've been using the 13 mini as my main driver for 1 month. At first, I was very skeptical that I'd like it, but let me tell you, I'm loving it. Hi, it's Elkana Ignatius. If you're new here, welcome to LKpixels. And by the way, consider to subscribe and follow me until the end of this video to help me grow this channel. Anyway, this video is for you guys who's wanting to upgrade to the iPhone 13 mini, especially for you who's been using a bigger size phone like me. Well, here we are after 1 month using this mini. I really love how compact this mini is, and it's very convenient using this phone for my daily activities. However, there are a few things that I've been missing from the 12 Pro Max. So here is a couple of things that I love from this mini and a few minor things that I hope can be improved in the future. Hey, look! This branch looks big, right? But it's actually very light. Like the iPhone 13 mini. The lightness of this phone is beyond any phone I've ever had. At least from what I remember. It weighs only 140 grams or almost 5 ounces. Compared to the 12 Pro Max with my previous iPhone, it weighs like 228 grams or 8 ounces. It's super tiny and light until sometimes I forget it's even in my pocket. Well, I can feel the difference when I was watching Squid Game. I can hold this thing with ease for long hours. Whilst when I used to use my 12 Pro Max for watching movies, I was afraid it'd defect my fingers and it become as curly as my hair. Well, the first drawback is the battery life. I think most of you guys have already known this. With a really heavy use, I usually already need to charge it up again in the middle of the day. But if you use your phone mainly as a communication device, it's definitely more than enough having a little bit of juice left in this phone until the end of the day. But if you like to scroll through TikTok and Instagram for hours, you definitely need to charge it up a bit more often. So I've recently bought this battery pack from Belkin. This one has 10,000 mAh and it's MagSafe compatible, so it's very handy, so you can just slap it onto your phone and that's it, it's charging. The only downside is I cannot really access my camera if I use this battery pack. However, there are a lot of varieties out there that you can choose. There is the smaller one that won't cover the camera, but it only has 2500 mAh, I guess. But I choose the bigger size because I feel like it's better to not worry about recharging the battery pack, and it can top up the iPhone for about 4 times, so it's not bad. The accessibility of the screen is also really good. I mean, obviously it's a really tiny phone, so it's easy to access every corner of the screen. But when I'm in my bed, it's not as easy as I thought it would be to reach the top corners of the screen, because I have to lay it on my palm to prevent it from dropping on my face. But overall, it's still a lot easier compared to the Max model. Speaking about my palm, this phone might have palm rejection issue. I mean, every time I use the keyboard and when my palm is touching the left side of the screen, even though just a tiny bit, the keyboards always like to switch to the numeric keyboard and switches back to the main keyboard like randomly. But this issue only appears when I'm laying in my bed and I have to laying it on my palm like I said before. I don't know if it was the software or the phone, or it was just my palm that turned out had black magic. Like the camera of this phone, it's magic. I mean, by its tiny size, it already has the quality of the 12 Pro Max camera minus the telelens, which I've been missing. I mean, yeah, a little extra camera like that would be nice to use, but it doesn't really bother me that much because I mainly use the wide or ultra wide cameras on my phone, just in case I need to filming in a grocery store or public places like that. It's better to not bring a DSLR camera with a giant mic on top of it like the one I'm using right now, because it'll catch people's attention quite easily. And yeah, a low profile device like this would be better in that kind of situation. This is the front facing camera of iPhone 13 mini. See, testing 1 2. It's pretty good. The dynamic range is super, like, crazy. I'm just hoping the front facing is a bit wider, but I think it's fine. It's totally fine. So good. And the video quality out of this mini is also really good. At a glance, the quality is quite as good as a decent DSLR camera that I'm using right now. So for YouTube content, this one is more than enough for me. Oh. Okay. So those are a couple things that I really love about this mini, and some minor things that bother me a little bit. I hope this video helped you guys to better decide whether this 13 mini is gonna be the best phone for you or not. Anyway, I'm Elkana, and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hey, do you think I can reach that?